Be Frank Network.
Welcome to the Happy Never After podcast. I am your host, Mara Merrick. We have a very special guest in here. I've only seen him on video, and he's very funny. When he came in, I was like, oh my God, you're very tall. You're a human being. What is the name of your podcast?
We're All Psychos.
We're All Psychos.
We're All Psychos, baby.
The host, Dylan Palladino.
Yay. Tall man here. Giant man.
You are.
Sometimes I feel like I need to tell people that before I meet them.
You should.
Because they don't expect it.
I was in a meeting, and I turned and looked, and I was like, that guy is so tall. And then I turned back, I was like, wait.
You can sneak up on people. It freaks them out. You're like, hey, what's up? And they're like, holy shit. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot
Were
of
that
man.
a curse on this podcast?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. Just a second. I've never usually people do that on mine, and I say that exactly. But I've never had to ask, and this is the first time I was like, oh, I should probably.
Do I seem like a churchy girl or
No,
something? Like...
not at all. But no, that actually sounds bad. But I just mean like
you're right.
Yeah, because as soon as someone says ads, I go, oh, okay. There's guys in suits that might be like, don't say this too much. Most of them for podcasts, I don't give a shit. But you never know if it's like you have Gerber. Again, you don't look like a Gerber person, but if Gerber offered me enough money, I would not curse for one episode, not the entire thing. But I'd be like, guys, Gerber is about to pay for a house, so you can deal with this shiz. And I would just like I would say like fudge. I would just do a bunch of things to get around it.
Yeah, no, they before I even send in my stuff, I'm like, you've listened to the episode, right? You know what it's about. And they're like, yeah, be yourself. I'm like, okay, cool.
Dude, there was a podcast that got sponsored by McDonald's. It's called Your Mom's House with two comedians, Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky. And
married couple, love them.
Married couple, they're amazing. And on the show, they watch like insane clips that have like explicit material in it, like a lot of crazy stuff. Just the bottom feeders of the internet, just sex and everything. And so they showed this clip right after McDonald's sponsored them, and McDonald's like pulled the sponsorship. They're like, we can't be affiliated with this guy shoving like a double-headed dildo up his ass. Like, it was crazy.
I got sponsors that pulled their ass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did they...
Well, I used to have a different co-host.
What was the email?
I got a phone call at 1 in the morning.
No way.
Yeah. 1 in the morning. They were like, that ad, Mara. And I was like, what? I was like, what? Which one? And I go, oh my God, I know. You could hear me so uncomfortable in the background. I was like, it was awful. And
wait, did your co-host recorded it?
Yeah.
What did she say?
It was for a linen company that was our first sponsor ever. And
shout out to Brooke Linen, probably then.
My client too, my personal training client. Ooh, double down on the lose situation for me. So they were talking about, because it's owned by a husband and wife, and the comedian and the ex co-host were making a joke about how the husband and wife would butt fuck, and then stains and like how they had to like.
Oh, that's a bad
like,
ad read. That's really that's not smart at all.
No, I know.
Oh, and they knew that they were husband and wife?
Yeah.
Who owned the company?
Yeah,
oh, man. Sometimes
yeah.
comedians are so dumb.
So stupid.
Oh, I bet you it wasn't that. Here's the thing. I bet you it wasn't that funny. It would have to be really funny.
It was not funny.
If you're going to do that, it's got to be so funny that at least one of them is like, look, you can't do that again, please. But like, we're not going to pull the ad. But because it wasn't funny, they're like, you can't do that. You know?
Yeah, I lost all my sponsors because I have an ad company for a little bit, and then now we're back on. Now that co-host is gone.
That person's gone.
Yeah. They were like, well,
doesn't understand what business is at all, or that other people. Oh my God!
And then he quit the podcast because we weren't making enough money. He's like, I just need to make money. And I go, I cut you a check for $10,000 last year.
I can't wait for you to tell me who this is after the show. I cannot wait.
We used to do it was a really fun. We used to have a really fun podcast together, but that was a rough breakup when it was like, okay, this is woo.
Dude, that's great. Oh my God. Yeah. Now I hope I one day want to get Brooklyn in on my show.
I mean, I know
can
them.
like email them, be like, and then record a fake ad and be like, hey guys, I just want to give you like, here's what the ad's going to be. And it's just that. And then see how quickly they go like, oh my God, please not again. Yeah. And I'm like, just kidding.
Old Janet's crying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's crying. She can't deal with it, but she rests easy on those nice 800. Yeah, I started at 800,000 thread count Brooklyn and sheets that you see on the subway.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that was a rough call. That was a rough weekend. Yeah,
oh, God, I bet
1 a.m. Yeah, it was because I had a personal relationship with them. Have you ever been fired from anything before?
Ooh, I've been fired. I think I got fired recently. I just haven't heard from the company. So I need to call the guy because he hasn't sent me my check for a job I worked.
Oh, no.
It's a catering company. I like the company. I want to continue working with them because they give me really good jobs. But
what do you do for them?
I bartend for them sometimes.
Okay. I was like, I can't imagine you out on the floor like, excuse me.
No. Oh, I stopped. So when I started in New York, I was doing a lot of catering because that's what my dad did. And so he was kind of like, do that. This is how you make money. And like, it's very easy to work and stand up.
You're going to be like, it's our family.
Exactly. It's our family business. You work for 18 different companies. And that's what we do. No loyalty. Take whoever gives you the most money. That's how it works. Which is like, some family businesses.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes. Thanks, Dad. Thanks so much. But so this company was like one of the first ones that they got that I didn't want to be on the floor because I'm so big. Like, I'm not only tall, my shoulders are also like inordinately broad.
You're a fit man.
Yeah, but I bump into people.
Ladies,
yeah, what's
dude.
up? Please hit me up. Honestly, I've got time. I was supposed to hang out with someone last night, and then they fell asleep.
Oh my God,
dude! She hit me up on Hinge. No, yeah, this girl hit me up on Hinge and was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What's up?" And then she's like, "Where do you live?" And so I was like, "Okay, this girl's like
137."
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, come over." And then she's like, let's go get a drink. I'm like, okay, cool. I give her a place. I see that she's read it. So the read receipts are on, which is a power move, but I'm okay with. See that she's read it. 30 minutes later, I'm like, how did I fuck this up with not even doing anything?
Yeah.
I was like, are you not a fan of the place? And then an hour and a half later, she's like, oh my God, I fell asleep. I'm so sorry.
No, she didn't.
And I was like, okay. And then I go, that's fine. Yeah, maybe she did. But then she texts me at 2 a.m. saying, what about tonight? So I'm like tonight, AKA today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, tonight, AKA tonight, this Wednesday, not the Tuesday before.
Yeah.
And I haven't responded. I'll be like, yeah, okay. But I'm now going to be like, I'm doing mics and stuff till 10. So unless you want to do it then, I'm not about to not go out because of potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She's
But yeah, single ladies. Anyway, this company, so I work for them. They're great. They let me bartend. I don't like being on the floor. Again, people get in my way. I can't move through people. I start getting upset. I get physically angry, but I have to keep it down. I'm in a suit. You look like a clone. You're all dressed up. The tie, it's not a good look at all. And also my back hurts because I'm standing all the time. Whatever. Complaints for me. So they were like, you can bartend. That was good. By the way, never bartended before, ever. I just kind of figured it out. Okay. That's one of the big lies in New York is that you need a bartending license. You
absolutely don't need
one. Just go to YouTube, literally watch it, and you can just watch people make drinks for literally an hour. If you do that, you'll be better than half the bartenders in the city.
If you want to get a job, you watch the YouTubes, and then you get one job, and then you fuck it up hard, and then you get fired. But during that time, you learned.
Yeah, you learn a lot. Or you do what I do, which is you have your phone, and then when anyone asks you to make a drink you don't know, you just look it up.
Yeah.
And you just do things like, oh, how would you like that? Or hold on, I gotta get it, and then you duck behind the bar,
so
and then you
I'd
look
like
it up
a rum
on
and
your phone.
Coke. You're like, how would you like that?
Yeah, I'm like, how does that? Yeah. They're like, I want a tequila sunrise, and I'm like, what is in that?
What?
And they're like, what? But I also would just lie. And someone would be like, oh, have you bartended before? And I'm like, 30 years. And they're like, you're 23. I'm like, we're doing it for 30 years. And that's the great thing you can do. There's so many catering companies that you can fuck up a few relationships. But so I started bartending for them. It's great. And then about a month and a half ago, I was bartending this event at a brand new building. And at the end of the event, I don't know if you've worked events or just in normal bars, but you probably have to do this in normal bars. Yeah. You have to burn the ice, that you've had all night. And so you guys have a sink, which is nice. A lot of times in events, we have to go to janitor's closets, put a bunch of ice, more ice than we needed, but you have to have it just in case. You put it in the sink, turn the water on, you let it all burn.
Yes.
Most of the time, the janitor's closet is close to where you remember it. This night, we left the ice in there. We left the water running. And for whatever reason, the drain... Number one, I want to blame whoever made the drain because the drain stopped working and allowed it to overflow. That's not supposed to be able to happen. But drain overflowed. Second drain overflowed. Leaked into the brand new floor.
No!
Almost... It was all cement, but still, almost screwed up all the electrical equipment. Crazy.
Yeah, you got fired.
No, but so here's what happened. Number one, I was a bartender. I was not captaining that day. It is not my responsibility to check all that. It is the captain's job. So that is defense number one. Defense number two, I left early to take the trash down, so I didn't check it. And he was like, "Do you remember turning the water on and off?" I was like, "Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you and say I remember doing it." There was also another bartender, so I should get half the blame. But all this happens. And he calls me and he's like, do you remember? He didn't tell me it's your fault, but it definitely was half my fault and the other guy's fault. But the captain's fault who didn't check that. If I'm captaining an event, I'm going to open all doors, make sure everything's cool.
Yeah.
So I need to call this guy and be like, listen, I know I fucked up. I know that. All right. This has never happened before. But number one, I wasn't captaining, so I shouldn't be getting fully in trouble for this. Number two, I was supposed to get a check and I did not. Now,
how do I get
now?
paid?
Listen, I'm willing to make this compromise with him. I'm willing to go. I will not get paid if you allow me to continue working for you because of all the good jobs that I get. So I'm willing to make the compromise. That's like a $400 compromise for him. Now, did it probably cost him $4,000? Yes, but 4,000 minus 400 is 36. That's still a $400 profit. So been fired from that job, and then I used to work line for a comedy for the UCB, and
yeah, they closed.
They closed, but it was before that. I got fired. I honestly think that the night manager didn't like me. And I said, "What's up?" one night, and I think I did something that kind of pissed him off. And then I got an email the next day that was like, "Hey, Chuck says you haven't been doing a good job." And should I say his name? He's dead. Whatever.
He's dead.
Yeah, he actually is dead.
To us. Oh.
Yeah, R.I.P. Chuck. He was nice, but he was also kind of a dick.
How did he die?
I think he had a heart attack or something. I don't know.
Oh.
He was young.
Fuck
It's
Chuck.
sad.
Okay.
Yeah. But also he was kind of shitty. But he was. You know what? I'm half and half with Chuck.
They didn't pay us.
Exactly.
They didn't pay comedians.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck.
Spit on his grave.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. But R.I.P. But also, yeah, dude, you should have. He had nothing to do with the money thing. He was. But she emailed me the next day and was like, "Chuck told me that you didn't do a good job a month and a half ago." So she fired me for something from a month and a half earlier. And so I was like, this is definitely because of last night.
Yeah.
And not because of the a month and a half earlier. Now, granted, I had signed up for work for this place and they only paid you $12 an hour. And
what are they doing with all of their money?
Dude, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think it cost them a lot to run the theater and
Well, they had
school,
schools.
but also I don't know where the money went, but someone had
Those
to be
classes
making a
are
shit ton of
$700,
$400, $450, but still a lot.
A lot.
It was only $12 an hour, and so very quickly after working one or two shifts, I was like, I'm gonna find a better job, but I still put my avails in every now and then just to try and just because I wanted to get free tickets, basically. Because if you were in line, you could get free tickets.
Yeah.
And then after about 6 months of that, they were like, "Dude, you don't work here anymore."
Also, you're like, it's $10 tickets. I can afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would rather have my own time.
Oh, as soon as I didn't get free tickets, True Boy stopped going because it was still $5, and I was like, I can get 3 slices of $1 pizza.
I don't know. You are very likable, but for some reason, you are not likable at your work, I don't think. Because I have done some... one time I went to work at Norwood Club, And have you been to Norwood? They do some shows there sometimes. I started doing comedy shows, and then I got fired. And
Nice.
Well, I walked out. I was like in a big blaze.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, it was huge.
Fuck, I've never done that before. I
It was
really want to.
awesome.
But I don't really have a job to
do that.
Do that with.
I know, because
like,
you have catering.
Yeah,
You're
a
like
moving company. I'm not like, no one is going to give a shit unless I crash one of the trucks, which I've definitely fantasized about doing.
My manager gave me. This was like a single girl, like going out, and my manager kept giving me blow to do, and I kept doing it. And
I can't tell if I think that's a great manager or horrible, because
horrible manager.
It is bad,
I learned
but at the same time, he's making
not to do it.
He's making you more productive and happy at your job.
Well, and then he would give a shot, so I was on blow and doing shots.
Was he trying to fuck you? Like,
no, he's super gay, gorgeous, Asian, gay man.
Love him. What's up?
I left. I took a handful of cash out that night. I took a handful of cash out of the tip jar and just bounced. And then the next day I go, hey, I don't think I closed the bar. And he goes, yeah, you didn't. And I didn't get fired.
Whoa.
Yeah. He goes, girl, I was there till 7 a.m. closing the bar and closing down everything. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Well, you have like a little bit of leverage on him where you're like, dude, you're
actually
feeding me Coke.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
The whole night.
Damn, that's, I haven't had any crazy jobs like that, unfortunately. I've always kind of...
Because you're in like the corporate side.
I've always fantasized about it, but
Yeah.
I've also realized that I'm the kind of person that would happen, and then 30 minutes in, I would be like, out loud, this is insane. I'm not... What am I doing here? I'm out. And then I would just like leave. But I've always thought, I wish there was a reason for me to stay. Like, if I knew, if you do this for 6 months, I don't know, you get like a 50, whatever, like something happens, then I would do it because it'd be really fun. But if I was only there on my free will, I'd be like, you're psych. Like, what am I doing?
Bounce.
This isn't enough. Yeah, bartending is not paying $50 an hour.
Bartending, well, where I worked, it was paying a shit ton.
Fuck, yeah, I would stay then.
Shit ton.
Dude,
yeah, I would make
God.
between, at PhD, when I worked at PhD at Dream downtown, I was making between $700 and $1,200 a night. And I
would do that.
I got fired from there, because if you were off by $2 and you're $2 up or down, you only get 2 chances to be wrong. And I was off by like $100 because the guy gave me a bunch of tip money and I put it in the drawer, and he was like, no, that was for your tip. And then I forgot about it, and I was like, whoops, at the end of the night, and I turned it in.
Why would they be unhappy if there was more money in the register?
Because it looks like we're stealing from the customer, no matter, like, they still believe in customers are correct. I charged one of my big fuck ups, I charged the owner's son $46,000 instead of $460. I just kept hitting the 0, and then I hit clear, and then it was like, boom, and it took him a week to get it back, and that was like the last straw. They were like, you're fired. I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
You're like, oh yeah, no,
but I still talk to them all the time. I like get people in at the club. They're like, can you get me in there? And I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Damn, now I would work.
You could get a job
10 hours
there.
Straight.
We had to work like 16.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll work the entire. I will literally give up a day of my life if I could make between $800 to $1,200, like, without a doubt. That's the other thing that some people like to work their 9 to 5 and that's it. I'm like, make me work 20 hours, and then not have to work for 5 days.
I did have to go to the ER twice for that place once because of dehydration, and once because I had Lyme disease that got real weird. And
did you catch the Lyme before
it? Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Before, yeah.
Fuck,
3 weeks in. I had it 3 times in one summer. I'm a hiker. I like to hike.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know why I made it look like that's insane. Like, yeah,
it's not kind of insane.
But it's also not hard to get in the East Coast.
Used socks.
Yeah, socks. You're hiking naked. Yeah,
yeah.
They're all on your tits.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's just Yeah. They're all up still in my vag.
Oh, dude, they're just chilling in there. Great, very warm. Yeah, very, very inviting.
They're not biting down because it's so nice.
Exactly.
In
Yeah,
there.
they're like, we're chilling. This is nice. We don't need to. Wait. So, did you see the bullseye when you got the?
I didn't have that. What I got was an internal bruise all along the side of my. Like, it started in my hip. And then it was like Spider-Man. It was like webbed out, and it went all the way up through my torso and down my leg. And I was like, why does this bruise look like it's coming from my inside? And then I passed. And then at work, they go, I go, I think I need to go to the ER. And I showed them because we had to wear like nothing to work.
They threw up. Yeah, they're like, oh my God.
No, just like that was my regular look. And
yeah.
And they go, yeah, can you give everyone a break first and then go? I was like, yeah, okay.
Dude,
and that's when I passed out.
The restaurant industry is insane in terms of how they do not give a fuck about their employees.
They don't give a fuck.
They're just like, that's the biggest thing that in catering, they treat every event like it's literally, they treat the event like it's a dinner for the Axis powers in World War II. And if you fail, like everyone gets murdered.
Yes.
They treat everything like that. And a year in, I remember there was one captain that was like, guys, at the end of the day, it's not heart surgery. No one's going to die. Have a good event. And I remember when he said that, I was like, oh shit, that's how we should always be thinking. But instead, like I worked at the Park Hyatt, a hotel, and they treat it like, yeah, restaurants.
Did your dad put that on a quote on your wine key?
Dude,
he's like, here, son.
Yeah, exactly. Take this. Yeah, exactly. It's not brain surgery. Yeah, exactly. Do your job, but like don't freak out.
Gave this to me, and now I'm giving this to you.
Grandpa used to sell fucking printers, which is such a 1950s job.
I saw somebody with a printer yesterday. I was like, who has those anymore? Like they were getting it shipped to them off FedEx. I was like, what?
Yeah, what are you doing? A printer. Go to Staples.
Who does paper
Honestly,
anymore?
Keep it on your phone. Yeah. The only people who do that are actors, and it's a sad life for us. But that's crazy that they made you not
I know.
I had that happen where I got cellulitis.
Oh yeah.
And a staph infection in my arm when I just like cut my elbow, and I just ignored it and was like, oh, I'll be fine. And then like a day and a half in, I was like, dude, my elbow's really fucking swollen. Like it looked like I had a nipple on my elbow. It was bad. And my elbow was like heavy.
You know
when there's so much fluid? Yeah, it's a little tiny nipple. Yeah, and I hook up with girls. I'm like, rub my elbow. And
twist it.
Yeah, just twist it. Come on, just
real hard.
It. Not too hard. We gotta work into it. I put a nipple clamp on just my elbow. It was like heavy as fuck. And I remember I called my dad, and this shows how like bad my dad is at giving advice sometimes. I was like, Dad, my elbows, should I go to the hospital? He's like, no, just wait a couple of days and we'll see what happens. 2 days later, I'm with my family, and I'm like, hey, do you guys think this looks bad? And then I show them my arm, and it's so red, and there's tendrils like moving up to my hand and up to my shoulder. And they're like, dude, go to the hospital right now. And I went, and they were like, dude, you have a staph infection, and then your skin is infected, and it's moving to take over like your entire left side of your body. And I felt so good because I called my dad, and I was like,
you were wrong.
Yeah, why are you trying to get me killed, dude?
You're wrong, Dad.
You're so wrong.
I'm going to do one ad, and then we're going to talk about you fucking.
Got it.
Okay. Speaking of medical, figs. Do you have figs on your podcast?
No, I've heard of them though.
Oh my God.
Tell me about it.
They're actually, they have socks that I now wear. It's a company for nurses, dentists, doctors, people that work in medicine, or pretty much anyone if you want to wear scrubs. They have compression socks as well that I purchased. And Brock DeHouse won some last week, so we sent him a pair. Figs is an amazing company that is making scrubs stylish and functional for the people who deserve it most. For years, nurses, doctors, dentists, and other awesome medical professionals were forced to wear scratchy, ill-fitting scrubs. I did steal some from a boyfriend once, and they were very scratchy. So I was like, you can have these back and the relationship. Not only were they ugly and uncomfortable, but they weren't designed with innovative technical properties to protect and hold life-saving tools. So whether you are one of those awesome humans that work in healthcare or someone that just wants to say thanks to these deserving folks, Figs is going to make it that easy by providing you with 15% off your first purchase by using my code HAPPY, HAPPY. So get to loving your scrubs. Head to wearfigs.com. That's WEARFIGS.com and enter our code HAPPY at checkout. Thank you. Did you see that in red?
I did.
That's good.
I wanted to feel part of it.
But they do have compression socks that are so cute, and they have some cute little mugs and stuff. So if you
it's not just scrubs.
It's not just scrubs, and the scrubs are actually super cute.
Can you buy scrubs and not be a doctor?
I would wear scrubs and pretend to be a doctor.
Dude, I bet you could get picked up like that.
Fuck yeah.
Like either of us. Just wearing, like, oh, what are you doing? Like, people will come up to you, think you're a doctor, and you're like, no, but my brother is. And you can just, like, say someone your family is, and they still kind of think you have money. And so you're like, yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm not to sound braggadocious, but neither of us need scrubs to pick up people. You're very tall.
This is true.
No one even looks at your face.
I just looked away at a camera that wasn't there to make a face like, she ain't wrong.
And I have tits and an ass, so
yes,
I can just
you're right. Honestly, dude,
walk out
girls,
on the street.
You need to realize that. Like, if you're ever feeling down, just be like, I have tits and ass.
Just grab them.
Like, yeah, and even if
grab your elbow titty.
Grab your elbow titty, grab your ass, and I say this all the time, but dude, small titty girls out there, you guys need to realize your tits are great.
Yes.
Some of my favorite, honestly, and they're always gonna look the same. And a lot of girls, if they got those big old knockers, it's pretty soon they're going to start you hanging. And then that's fine too. That's in gravity, but...
Mine are always going to look the same because mine are fake as fuck.
Oh, dude. Fake tits are great. Fake tits are good when they're like believably fake.
Yeah, mine are half and half. We're halfsies. So it's half regular breast tissue and half silicone.
So were you like a small
I was a
B?
C.
Or you were C before?
I was a C before, yeah.
Wait, so they took out half of your breast tissue?
No. That's just how much breast tissue was already there. They didn't do anything. They took, yeah.
So then what did they...
I just wanted them to be like, I just wanted them to never move.
So then what size are they now?
Double G's.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh my God. Holy shit,
They're triple F's in European, but they're double G's in American.
They never move.
Yeah, never move.
That's good. I was with a girl like 6 months ago who...
Hinge also?
Yeah, Hinge. Hinge has been the move for me. I found the hottest girls on Hinge. And also, like, it's easier to make conversation. I don't know. Hinge is killing it. Like, have I had a relationship? I've actually had one relationship from it, yeah. But this girl, she had the 2 scars under her tits. Mm-hmm. And I'm like I'm so dumb sometimes that I literally was like, what are those? And I think she was like so thrown off. And she was just like, they're my scars. And I was like, from what? And then as I said that, I was like, you're an idiot. And so I just was like, I said from what? And then answered my own question. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Do you want coffee? Like, I just tried to change the subject. Because then my brain was like, that's why they looked so nice. Because I remember the night before, I had been like, your tits are so nice. And she said thank you, but in a way where it was like it was like, I know, but also... Like, yes, I paid for them to look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was saying it like, you grew the most amazing tits ever. You know what I'm saying? So then I realized also in that moment, you know when you say something and you have like 6 different epiphanies in like half a second?
Yes.
I was like, oh, they're fake. Oh, that's why you said last night. Oh my God, I shouldn't be asking this. Oh my, okay. So I was just like, coffee, let's get that instead.
I always get that when I'm like blackout and I fuck somebody and then they pass me the next day and you're like, hey, he looks from like, oh my God, I slept with him.
Oh, flashbacks, dick. Oh my God, whoa, it was weird. Oh, but that was nice.
So loud.
Yeah. I was so loud. Yeah. Oh my God.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I fucked a comic once and he was like, you have great tits. And I was like, oh my God, you know who that is? Yeah. Everybody knows. He said it on my podcast.
Oh,
I had him as a guest and he goes, I thought you were having me on here because we fucked. And I was like, oh my God,
He fucks a lot apparently.
He does. He's good at it.
Is he?
Yeah.
I could see him being good.
We made out for like 4 hours beforehand.
Oh, that means it's good.
Super drunk make out.
That's good though.
Yeah.
If you're making out for a long time, it means the person is good.
And we get kicked out of 2 cabs.
Wait, what? Were you guys fucking in the cab? Oh my God. That's so tight. Oh, I wanted to do that for so long just so I could say I got kicked out. Wait.
They were like, get out. And he goes, you're right.
Yeah, that's so good. Also so true. Wait, hold on a second. So you're in the cab. And first of all, Uber or cab?
It was a yellow and then it was an Ubs.
Okay, so you got in a yellow cab.
Yes.
And you guys are drunk as fuck?
Super
drunk. And you're like getting all handsy, you're making out. And then who's like, let's like... Does it start fooling around? Hands are in pants, and all of a sudden, hands are in pants.
Yeah.
And then do you guys have a look where you're like, let's just do this, or what?
Well, I pulled his out, and then I was like, well, I might as well just use my greatest gift, my mouth.
Okay.
So
I
was like, okay, I'll do this. And then you just naturally
got it. Yeah.
transition.
Usually when the mouth is involved, there's almost always like a one-way train to like the pussy's going to be used.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm done with this.
Exactly.
And I have TMJ, so my mouth
yeah, exactly.
is sore.
My ex-girlfriend had TMJ. And I would always be like, I don't care. So I feel like every single girl says she has TMJ, so she can only be like, I can only give head for 2 minutes. And you're like, okay.
No, you just pop it open and then that's it.
Yeah.
You just
I remember
keep
I'd
it
hear
open.
it sometimes and I'd be like, oh, sorry. I remember one time she was giving me head and I literally reached down and I massaged her jaw a little bit. And I was like, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, this is love. Yeah, this is love. Okay,
did you shut off your hinge yet or not?
Yeah, did you shut off your hinge? And I was like on hinge right then. I actually just got a really hot hinge match.
Ooh, just while we were talking?
Yeah, look at this girl. She's really hot.
Let's see. While I was doing my... Oh, wait. Yes, she's...
Look at the
she
final
has
picture.
Good tits. Wait.
Look at the final picture.
I don't like the... Oh, with the dog? No.
No.
Whoa.
That one.
The only... Here's my situation.
Yes.
Wait. So this one, okay. Look at how great she looks, right?
Yes.
And then you roll to this one.
And she looks okay in that. She looks
fine. It doesn't
fine.
look like the same...
person?
Yeah.
Well, this is summer when she's peak.
And
this
then
is
this
her
is
probably
her winter bod.
She's fine.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I don't really care. Like cute pictures, I'm like, I don't fucking care. But like that's nice. This is her like trying to look cute and she looks okay in it. I like a pic when you look okay because it shows that you can look okay.
Yeah.
Because if you look perfect in all of them,
what if she thinks that that's her peak and you're like, she's okay?
No, but then in this one, she's like, I have great tits.
Yeah, for
Honestly,
sure.
I saw this. I tell girls this all the time.
See,
with
there
hinge,
she looks like winter bod again.
Yeah, but I'm okay with a little winter bod.
I just don't understand the
I
difference.
will say,
like, was she? No. Here's my situation.
What?
I'm wondering if she's like, oh no, see that one's just cut well. Is she editing her photos to make herself look? Look at how she's extremely lean there, and she's not extremely lean.
I think that's
a bad photo.
I think that's layers. Because layers hide.
I just sound like the biggest dick.
No, you
ever.
don't. Because what you're doing right now is you're showing people how that's how guys think when they look. That's how most people think when they look at Hinge or look at any dating. Oh, you would fucking kill it. And is that when I go through a dating app, I'm not just looking at photos. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out what this person is subconsciously saying with the photos they're choosing. Like, oh, she's got like 2 or 3 photos where her tits are out. She thinks she knows she has good tits.
Right. She does.
There's no photos with her ass in it. So her ass is probably fine, but it's probably not great. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I mean, it's hard to get like a.
You're right. Without it just literally just being showing her ass.
Yeah.
So again, I go, okay, that's fine. She has a photo of her smiling. That means she's okay with her smile. If there are photos and the girl has none of her smiling,
her teeth are
usually
fucked.
mean her teeth are fucked up and she doesn't like her smile.
Gums.
Yes.
I have bigger gums than I would like, but I still
think...
One
of my exes talk like that. She wanted to get her gums shaved down.
I do want to get
And I was like, you're fucking psychotic. What are you talking about?
I've had so much plastic surgery. I'm like, just fix it all.
Like, just do it. No, but once you're in
Jenner
it. Yeah. Once you're in it, you might as well just go all the way. Yeah.
I know.
You have no gums.
I do have gums. They're there.
No, your gums are fine.
I know.
I have big gums too. See?
Yeah, but you're 8 foot.
Bigger?
No one even's looking at your face. No one knows what you look like. I'm the only person that knows what you look like.
Everyone's looking at my neck below, and everyone.
All they see is like sunlight and clouds. Yeah. They're like, oh my God.
I'm gonna.
Is this person gonna protect me?
Yeah, you're right, and maybe depending on how good you are. I might be like, I'm out.
Depends on how good your drain is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how good your drain is. Oh, I love it when I find a new word for vagina. I've never heard the word drain. That's such a good word. That might be top 3. Oh, fuck, drain is so good. Like horrible words for a pussy is like the best. Like there's slit, there's gash, drain. Like there's such good words because they're fun to say.
Real, though. Gash is okay, but gash doesn't make, because what if you have like my friend Christina Galston, shout out Freakin' Jurican, she looks like she has 2 little dicks on the side of her.
Because she's got big lips. Yeah.
I guess it could be a gash that way.
First of all, the terms don't even have to really
make that much sense.
Like people call it cat, people call it like pussy. I mean, pussy doesn't look like I can't even think of all the words, but like a good word, a good gross word for a pussy or dick is so good.
Send us your best.
Yes.
Pussy and dick.
Please.
We'll go through
honestly,
them.
I will go through all of them.
We'll do an Instagram live and go through all of them.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's so fun. Like I don't call dicks. I call them hogs. I call them pieces, hammer, slinger. Like there's so many words for it that are more fun to say than like cock or dick or... Dude, when someone says penis, I go, you're about to tell me you have an STD. Like, penis is medical, and it means you're going to talk about STD.
Do you do dirty talk?
Oh, in the bedroom?
Yes.
I got to talk.
Do you do it outside of the bedroom?
Like sexting? Or you just mean like talk, like just like getting
like,
a coffee
I'm just thinking
and
like,
I'm just like, your tits are clear. and then they're like, we're calling the cops.
Is that a
what do you mean outside?
No, I just meant like, do you only fuck in the bedroom?
Oh, like do I fuck people
public
random?
Sex?
No, I haven't. That's why I was interested in.
You seem very vanilla.
I would be. Whoa, what the fuck? Yo, what? Did you just hear that? What the fuck? I honestly, I have no shame about it. Well, number one.
Yeah.
I want to. So you're fucking in the. You're in the taxi.
I love public sex.
You pull the pants down.
Yes.
You start fucking him. Obviously, no condom because you're fun.
Yes.
And the cab driver looks back and goes,
No.
yeah. I knew that was a good script. Yeah, no. Immediately pulls over and he goes, get out.
Yes, he goes, you get out.
You get out. Get out.
Yes.
Okay.
He's out of the cab. We're coming out of
the comedian. We know who he is. Mark's. Yeah.
Getting out
Mark's
his
like,
pants, his little pencil dick sticking out.
Yeah. And you're like, he's like, oh, you're not wrong. Yeah. And then he gets out and then he calls an Uber.
Yeah.
And then you get him hard again. And then, or
we start making out.
Okay, start making out.
Mm-hmm.
Cocks out again. You're like, let's do this.
Yep.
And then the Uber, because there's no partition, so it's not going to take that Uber more than 0.5 seconds.
It was pretty quick.
To be like,
it was pretty quick.
You know,
and I was staying in Jersey at the time, so we had to like get all the way over to. We're like, this next time, we're gonna make it.
You should have started fucking on the bridge or in the tunnel because he couldn't tell you to get out.
I know. I was
if
so
I was an
drunk.
Uber driver and people started fucking in the back, I would very calmly go, you guys have two options. Either you get out or one of you pulls out your phone and you give me a $50 tip right
immediately.
now.
Yeah. And I would have done it.
And yeah, I know you would have.
100%.
And also, that's a good story.
Yeah.
Because you get to go, last night I fucked in an Uber. Uber driver, chill as fuck, turned around, said, give me $50. He turned back around. Guess what? He had a sex playlist that he turned up because it wasn't his first rodeo.
Yeah. Because he's down to clown. Yeah. Except for it smells like sex afterwards. So you have to have like a sex.
You gotta
de-sex it.
You gotta have a deodorizing for. I haven't done a lot of public sex. Not that I'm not down. I've just always been like, I'm the guy that's gonna get caught. And then some bad shit's gonna happen to me. That's just like what my life is like.
What's gonna happen?
I know I would get caught. So, like literally, a cop is just going to appear and just be like, "What are you doing?"
You think you're gonna go all the way?
I think or
police. You think that the police are gonna tall, beautiful.
Also,
tall, beautiful white boy.
I have performance anxiety, so public will fuck with my dick. I'm not even lying. I'll be like, or the two things will happen. I won't be able to, or I'll do the thing where the girl will like sit on it and I'll come immediately. And like, that's cool for me, but I'm going to be like, dude, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? But.
So one time I fucked my, an old friend's brother.
Cool.
And
that's
then
a good friend.
In a bar, in the bar bathroom.
That's tight. I want to do that.
Yeah. And then, one time she texted me from that bathroom. We never told, like, definitely did not tell her.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
And then she texted me from the bathroom. She's like, hey, I'm here. I'm in the bathroom. So if you get here, I'm in the bathroom. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, you're like, what happened?
Do you smell anything?
Yeah. Does this feel like you've been here before? Like part of your DNA?
I sound like a super whore right now.
Yeah.
A little bit, but whatever.
Nah, see, you're not like I sucked a guy's dick in front of a Subway. You know what I mean?
No.
But you're like, it was a Quiznos. But that's just tight. That's the kind of stuff that I call like a down ass bitch. You're what I refer to as a down ass bitch.
I like to experience
do shit like
everything.
that. You're into it. You're the kind of girl that guys are like, dude, she's fucking fun. Like she's down. She's gonna do it. And you've given so many people stories for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
You know, some guys are going to be in relationships, are going to get married. and their sex is going to be okay. And what's going to keep them going is
memories.
The memories of you and your gigantic, beautiful fake tits and just fucking in public. You know?
I did get it when I broke up with my ex recently.
Mm-hmm.
One of my exes texted me. He was like, "How are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And he's we're still friendly. And he was like, "I just want to let you know that I think about how you look back during sex every time I'm having sex." And I was like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, was this supposed to be make me feel better?
I feel like
or
it should make you feel better. Yeah. But it's also him like kind of like he was jerking off at work and just needed to text you real quick to like get there.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Some people know.
Like,
yeah. See, like that right there. I'm like, that's great. That's yeah, that's good. That's like fun as hell, and you have a good time, and yeah, man, that's the sex that you realize you don't have most of the time. Me?
Yeah. You seem like very relationship
choice
material.
I've had a couple people try and snag me up.
Oh.
And that sounds really shitty. And you know what? I'm okay with being a little shitty. But no, but more when I mean snag up, I mean I've had a couple girls that I've gotten kind of serious with who have wanted to like go fully, and I just like have not been ready.
What do you mean fully?
Like giving them a facial. Like no. Like start dating exclusively, potentially move towards just straight up dating, where like meeting family, all the stuff.
Oh.
Like the legit kind of.
When was the last time that happened for you?
2000. So the last relationship that I was in started in 2012 and then ended 2016. But it wasn't 4 years straight because there was like build up to it. Didn't want to date me, and then we finally started dating. Then we dated for like almost 2 years.
She didn't want to date you.
Yeah, because she was like in her senior year of college and didn't like. She just got out of a relationship and like wanted to kind of hook up and just like fuck a couple people. Which at the time I was like, what the fuck? And like now I completely get it. Like I get what she was doing. She just didn't want to. There's a thing when you do a couple relationships where you want to not be in one for a while, and it's not even about like. I just want to fuck a bunch of people and you just want to feel the complete freedom of like, I'm not tied down. Mm-hmm. I can fuck someone if I want, even though most of the time I won't. You just want to feel that possibility.
I just want to eat hummus in my work shirt and no pants with no one texting me going, "Where are you?"
Exactly. Yeah. Dude, but so we were together. We broke up 2014, got back together 4 months later. Mm-hmm. I broke up with her and then was like, I'm an idiot. And then we were together again for a year and a half, split up 2016. She broke up with you. It was one of the thing where she was like, this isn't like going, like, I know that you're not ready for this to anything more to happen. And so I was like, yeah, it sucked. But like, yes. And then so we didn't talk for a year. And then that, winter, a year later, we started talking again. Mm-hmm. How did that happen? I texted her on her birthday because I was still doing that thing where I was like trying to be nice and text her on her birthday. Mm-hmm. And then immediately, because she texted me on my birthday,
what was your motivation?
But it had been very, no, here's the thing. She texted me on my birthday and it had been very like, hope you had a good birthday. And so I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm going to do the same thing to you, but I'm going to be really nice about it. I honestly wasn't trying to fuck. I mean, honestly, I always wanted to because I'm like addicted to her body. Okay. Like I still am. This is something that like is still happening as we speak. Like, so we hooked up for like a couple months after that. Like you would be texting her, I like the way you look back. Like yes. That would be everything. 100%. I would text her everything. I like it's dude. She's got control, Kegels, all the full 9 yards. But we finally split up like We started hooking up. She was like, we can't do this. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Didn't talk for another year. And then about a month ago, an incident happened. A month ago from today? Yes. 1 month ago from today? Not like from today, but like pretty close. I texted her and we started talking and she was like, you got to stop doing this to me. And I was like, I'm not trying to, but you contacted me. She was like she was still down for like us to maybe talk. She's one of the people that I've realized like I'm probably always going to love her and that like really sucks because every other girl I've been with them, had a good time and like ended. And for whatever reason, it's like has never stopped.
So it's something in you that you're having commitment issues.
100%.
Yeah.
And after this last time, thanks to therapy, I brought it up to my therapist and I was like, dude, it's so fucking annoying. Why am I still thinking about her? Like, this is so lame. Like, why can't I get over it? And she was like, you're still into her. And I'm like, yes, of course. Like, no
100%.
big deal. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a given. Why are we saying that? How do I stop? And she's just like, if this is still coming up, like maybe you need to reconsider whether you think you need to reconsider your thought process that relationship does not equal career. Because the biggest thing in our relationship was she wanted to get more serious. She wanted me to like spend more time with her and just give her a little bit more of my time, which as in an adult relationship, like that's
reasonable.
It's a very reasonable ask. Certain people are okay with seeing you like every now and then and like supporting you in your career. And that was kind of still is the girl that I'm looking for. That is, she's so busy that she can only see me every now and then, whatever. I'm still trying to kind of actually figure it out because I've kind of like changed my mind a little bit. But she was just like, you got to like, just give me more like time. I was looking at it as a obligation and not something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So then recently, after this happened again, I was like, dude, maybe I'm fucking wrong. Therapist was like, I really think you can use relationship to give you time off to then like be better in like your career.
Yeah.
Like I had this idea where every moment I wasn't doing comedy, I was like, it's a waste of time.
It's
called anxiety. Yes. And I also realized that too. About a year and a half ago, I was like, oh, this is anxiety and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So you got to chill out with that. Go ahead.
Also, if you don't have any real life stories, you're not relatable. If you're not living your life, your comedy starts to suffer.
It starts to suck. Yeah.
And then you become, if you're going to mics a lot, especially like you're like, I'm going to mics till 10 or whatever, your comedy gets the same beats and the same mode and even topics as other micers, which is not good.
Not funny.
No.
And also, you start to hate it.
Yes.
You start to resent comedy, and then you're like, "What? Like, why is this happening?"
Yeah.
And so all of that has also happened the past 2 years. I think it's also just a part of like being, not being 23 anymore, and then like starting to get older, and then realizing like, oh, shit isn't going to go as well as you thought it was going to when you were like 21. When you're like, yeah, I'll graduate.
How
And then
old are you
like,
actually right
I'm 27.
now? Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to graduate. I don't know, 2 to 3 years. I'll start being on the road, doing a lot. Shit's going to go really well for me. Probably be on TV. And
immediately.
I was like, I'll be chilling by 28. And then I can get back with my ex. Like, everything will be good because I'll be ready to give her time because I'm successful. Because a lot of guys are like, I can't even. It's this weird thing where it's like, I'm trying to be successful so I can have time for you and like make you happy. It's just like weird, like the thing that doesn't make sense where I'm like, dude, I'm not working because I don't like want to see you. Or like, I'm not seeing you because I don't want to see you. It's like, I'm trying to get so successful in this so that I can bring you with me and have this kick-ass life.
Yeah, but look at all those rappers that are like, she was my ride or die. We had nothing. We lived in the back of her car, blah, blah, blah. And now look, and now she's my queen, blah,
You're
blah,
right.
blah.
And all the hoes ain't shit. It's true. And so I kind of realized that recently, which has been like, I'm not going to lie, pretty annoying. Like having this big ass existential crisis in terms of relationships. I knew it happened because all of a sudden, like, you have those people that like you can hook up and like fuck them. Yeah. Like I think there's a word for it, fuck buddy. Yeah. And like I just made it up. I started like not wanting to hit them up because I was just like, what's the point, dude? Like I don't care. And then I was like, oh, God damn it. And so now I've been trying to decide whether that relationship ended and it's okay that it ended and I shouldn't contact her again. Because if I contact her again, it's going to be...
You have to make a decision. You'd be like, are we in a relationship
No. If I contact her again, we're in this like...
Forever.
Forever.
Yes.
And it's either that or I try and find someone else. And I'm still trying to figure that out.
Or you figure out you.
Yeah.
And then
That's not as fun and takes a long time.
it's less warm on my
Definitely.
dick hole, you know?
That one doesn't get me hard at all, honestly. I'm never jerking off and I'm like, who am I? You know? Maybe
Who
after
am I?
when you see what you were
Strokes.
watching, you're like, whoa, dude, who am I? But not during. But yeah, so that's been a pretty
Have you ever filmed
fun
yourself?
thing. Jerking off?
Yeah.
No, I never want to
What?
see myself. There are mirrors in my bathroom, and sometimes I'll like go like because I like don't want to have a lot of cleanup, so I'll like go to my toilet. And there's been times where I'm like, I've looked up for a sec, and then like I can't look. No. I can't see myself. I don't want to see what my dick looks like. I don't want to see my face. This is not like I need the girl to tell me that I look good. I don't need me. I don't want to think I look good during sex. Do you know what I'm saying?
First of all, men do not look good.
That's what I'm
during
saying.
sex. Their faces are bright red.
Bright red.
One eye is strangely open. The other one's squeezed all the way shut.
Yeah,
and
dude,
they're
dudes
like,
don't look good. Yeah, we're doing that deep breathing so we don't come already. We're like trying to, like, I'm not kidding you. Sometimes I'll be having sex and I will literally have the thought, activate your parasympathetic nervous system to relax. I'm like deep breaths, parasympathetic, rest and digest. You will be chiller and
Are you
last
Jewish?
longer. No, but I know it's an insane thought to have. I took too much biology to like know this, but I'm like, activate it. Don't be in fight or flight. Lower cortisol. Like I'm having all these thoughts while I'm like inside the girl.
Meanwhile,
And-
I'm like clenching. I'm doing the hardest Kegel. I'm like,
Yes,
let's
yes.
get this over with. And they're
that
doing
will-
that too. And you're like, are you
Yes.
fucking kidding
Yes.
me? I don't care. I got to go to work.
I will ask. I'll ask the girl. I'm like, do you like? I'll ask the girl, can I finish? At least because then I'm like, whether she like wants me to or not.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that's a key. The Kegel is the one way to ensure it.
Yes.
Because that shit happens, and you're like, this is sick. That's how my brain goes. My brain literally goes. It becomes a guy that just did a new trick on a skateboard, and just like, this is sick, and then you just come. It's great.
So I'll give a little Kegel lesson, and then I have to do an ad. But Kegels, ladies, incontinence is completely preventable.
Yes.
Even after childbirth. But if you don't know how to activate those muscles, go ahead and get some Kegel balls.
Heard of them.
And then, you just stick them in there. There's different sizes. And so you can start with a big one and then move to small. And you just try to hold it inside of you. If you think it's inside of you and you think you're rocking it, just check your underwear. Just check. See if you have a ball in there. I've had a client that was like, I was holding it up there for like 10 minutes. She goes, then I looked down and it was in my underwear. I was like, you didn't do it at all.
You didn't do anything.
No, nothing. Here's how you should really ramp up your Kegel workout is you go into a low squat.
Oh,
and then you hold it down there. And then you press up. So you hold your Kegel at the bottom, and then you go through your full squat motion.
And it's really good for like your pelvic floor also.
Yes.
Like Kegels is not just good for like fucking. It also just helps with overall like, health, right?
Yes. If you don't know what a Kegel is, don't only do this one time because you can give yourself a UTI, but you just start peeing and then you stop in the middle. That is a Kegel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for women. Yeah.
Yeah, because girls get UTIs all the
Yeah.
time.
Don't only do it one time as a test and just feel what that feels like. And then for the rest of it, you can do 3 sets a day, 15 random times. Just go into that low squat, hold it at the bottom, start your Kegel, and then stand all the way up, squeezing your glutes first.
Dude,
get to it.
you're going to kill it. You're going to...
and then you can dictate how long
The
you're going to be.
dick is in there.
Yeah. Because if you need it to be over, it's the best way. You just hop right on top. I'll give you another trick, ladies. You just get up on top.
Oh, yeah, get on top.
Then,
You're just going to finish.
and then you just ride the tip just a little bit.
Oh, my God. And then
ride the
say,
tip.
I love your dick. The guy's donezo, man.
Done.
We out.
Then get down to the bottom, squeeze, you
Oh
do
my
your
God.
Kegel, and then
She's
pull it back up.
Literally milking.
You're done.
You're milking the guy.
Yes.
And the guy will love it.
And then, he'll be
Tell
done.
all his friends. That'll immediately, if you're single, that'll immediately move you from like to the top of whatever guy's list that you're on.
You know who I learned
like-
that from? A prostitute.
Yeah?
A high price escort. She was like, here's how I go from 50 minutes of a meeting to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
As I just do that. And I was like, oh my God.
And the guy's not even upset because it felt so good.
I was like, yeah, but then how do you get him out? Because he has another 47 minutes of his time. And she goes, I just put my robe on, I start yawning, and then I put my arm around him and I walk him to the door. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. She was $1,500 an hour.
Fuck, that's so tight.
I was like, that's awesome. Okay, can I do another
ad time, baby.
Yeah. Do you do ads on your podcast?
Yeah, but I pre-record them. Or sometimes I do it through Anchor does it.
Oh, you're on Anchor.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Inside baseball stuff.
Yeah, guys, you don't need to know.
No. So join Honey. Do you have Honey on your computer?
Yeah, Honey's the shit.
Oh, Honey is
I
the
love
fucking
Honey.
shit. I just saved a bunch of money on my Priceline Priceline airline ticket because I'm going to be in Texas. I'm doing a little run in Texas, so I had to buy a flight for that. But especially for holiday gifts. Okay, giving holiday gifts is great. Overspending is not so great. So why spend more when you don't have to? Honey is a free browser extension. You'll see the little logo up at the top and on the bottom if you have a Mac. I don't know about PCs. I shouldn't have even brought that up because I don't know anything about computers. So make sure to download. It's just 2 clicks. It'll save you a bunch of money. On my Priceline flight into Houston and then out of Dallas, it saved me $23 additional, and the flight was already really cheap, so it was sick. How you feel when Honey saved you money? Pretty freaking excited. Pretty awesome. So here's what you're doing. You go onto your computer. It's on your computer. It's not on your phone. And you go to joinhoney.com/happy. It is absolutely free. It installs in 2 clicks. Again, that's joinhoney.com/happy. It's awesome. So just make sure to get that because Best Buy is on there, Sephora, Nike, anywhere you're going to buy holiday gifts, you can save some kishash. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to, so you only had that one relationship.
That's the only really very serious one. I had a couple before.
When you were 12?
Yeah, when I was 12 years old. I was fucking killing it, guys. I was lanky and buck teeth and so much hair. A lot more hair than I have now. I'm very jealous of that one aspect of my life.
I don't know. You're completely covered up. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's why I got the beanie on. The hair is fine, but it's not great. It's not luscious. You're never going to be fucking me and putting your hand through the hair on my head.
No one knows you have a head.
Yes,
you're so
right.
tall.
Well, I'm also
no one cares.
Also, my head is way above the girls, so they can't reach it anyway.
No one's looking.
I had a relationship in the beginning of college before that, and then one in high school. The woman I lost my woman. Yeah, she was a woman that I lost my virginity to. She was 78, and I was a senior. I was a sophomore. She was a senior. Lost my virginity to her. That was cool. So it's been 3 legitimate ones, and the first 2 were good relationships. I definitely. First one, it was high school. I was never we're gonna get married. She was leaving. Second one, I was I don't know if I was in it fully, but we definitely did the thing where we talked about marriage and kids. So that means you're at least considering
she was definitely thinking about it then.
Yes, for sure she 100%. Was. And she also I definitely if I look back at those 2 previous relationships and the 2 that I had this year that were for 3 months, commitment issues have been the problem. And I know that, and I accept that about myself.
Yeah, me? I was
oh yeah.
Are your parents married?
I don't blame any of my relationships ending on the other person. It's all my fault.
Do they break up with you, or do you break up with them?
I don't want to say her name. I basically said it. Catherine was. That's the only one I'll say. No one. She's about to get married. It's fine. Catherine, it was mutual. Almost all of them were kind of mutual.
Were you destroying it, and then they were finally
kind of
oh, God,
a month,
get out of my life,
a
stop
week or
ruining
whatever.
Yeah.
Catherine was she was ending it, even though I was gonna I remember it was over the phone, and she was
over the phone.
Yeah, I was gonna end it, and I was well, I was gonna end it, and she was but then I let her have it. The one after that, the most previous ex, those have both been honestly. Where it's the thing for a month, you're trying to figure out whether you're going to get over this hump, and then you don't, and then you both are we need to stop this.
What's your plan for post breakup recovery? You don't have one.
I go out and I try and fuck immediately. That's how I get over it. I've realized Very like not emotional, just straight up use someone else in a way that they're going to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about distraction. For me, relationship, like getting over relationships is distraction. Go on apps.
We call that Tarzaning.
Hang out. Oh, really?
Go from one dick to the next. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
no
going
dicks,
from
though,
one
but,
labia to the next labia.
One lab to the next. But it's not like I swing to another lab and then stay on that one.
Yeah,
it's
correct.
like I'm dating.
You're in and out.
I'm in and out. Let's do it. And then I distract myself with work, a lot of stand up, whatever I'm doing, probably working out. It's all about distraction. And I mean, all the things I do are like positive. So it's also bad because it's like I'm going to work out more and do more stand up and then hang out with my friends more. So it's like not a bad thing. But then yeah, that's what the thing has always been for me. I like but both times that I've broken up, I think I've hooked up with someone like within the first week and a half or 2 weeks. Just to be like, it cements it as real. I get over it. It's like me telling myself that I'm over it. And then
in a week and a half?
Yeah. I'm over. Well,
you were never really in it.
Yeah. Well,
you don't let yourself get in it.
Well, I'm obviously not over the last one.
I know.
Yeah. But
from 2012.
Exactly. Dude, this makes me sound like a bitch. But that's the only one. This is the only one that's ever happened with. But yeah,
welcome to our big pussy episode.
Yes. Welcome to Still in the 6'6" Pussy. That's me. Climb in, ladies and guys. The other two.
Pee in here if you want.
Yeah, you can pee me. Jesus, disgusting. The other two. Yeah, I'm never fully in it. I never fully allow myself to. I very much get, as I think a lot of people do, this like defensive thing in relationships where I get in it. I find myself starting to like the person and or love them, and then immediately I go, I'd be fine if it was over though. Like I get defensively in love. I love this person. I'm very kind to them. Like I want the best for them.
I'm not looking for an ad. I'm looking for something that I sent to my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, God.
That is, I'm gonna also.
That's gonna like hurt me so bad because it's gonna be so true. But I go, yeah, I'd be cool if like I love them. This person's great. But if anything happens, I'll be okay. It's like I'm preparing myself for the worst because I think about life in terms of I don't want to rely on anyone and I want to do it all on my own, which is a way to do it, but is also a very lonely, sad way to do it, and not conducive to probably being happy or having a relationship. And so,
are your parents together?
Not anymore, no.
Wait,
but they divorced when I was 18.
When you were, that's late.
Yes, so I was okay with it, but it's definitely made me be like, I ain't getting married until I'm positive. And
so you still want to get married?
Yeah, I'll get married. I think marriage is important. I think it's a good thing to do. I think it helps with having a strong family.
Do you want to have kids?
And yeah.
Okay.
And I also think marriage isn't easy, and people talk about that, but like that's the point. Like you're making a commitment and sacrifices, and you're making a pact that we're going to be in this because you're someone that I want to spend my life with and grow together. And I trust you that you're gonna keep me like honorable and truthful and make me a better person. I'm going to do that to you. Like this is a partnership. It's not just like it. I think of it like that. That's why it's hard, but that's the whole fucking point of it. You know?
Yeah. I got married.
I don't think it's necessary. Sorry, I don't think it's necessary.
I wanted to get married only to have like a family. That's why I got married all 3 times.
Okay.
But then there was like no family.
Yeah. See, you went in with expectations or like a goal, and then that didn't happen, and then you're like, what's the point?
No, let's wait. And I was like, no, I don't have any use for you.
You're like marriage equals kids.
Yeah.
So if we don't have that, like,
then why are you here? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I totally get that.
I'm just gonna read it from exactly what I sent to him.
Beautiful.
Oh my God. So I said, I think this is you to him, and it's called avoidant attachment disorder. Attachment is how we create close bonds with each other, but some people have unhealthy attachment styles, usually because of a past trauma in childhood or a previous relationship. These people may be in the habit of entering into relationships that will inevitably fail or pushing away anyone who is right for them. This way, they never let anybody hurt them because they will always be single.
I can't look at you.
I know.
Yeah, that's exactly me.
Yes.
To a T. Yep. Avoidant. Yeah, because I do find myself getting into relationships, and then I'm like, why the fuck does this keep happening?
Yes.
I'm like, you guys, I'm a piece of shit. Just like
you're not
leave
a piece
me
of
alone.
shit, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. By calling myself that, it allows me to not
have an out.
It allows me to have an out because I'm like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, instead of being like, no, you're not, and all these people are seeing that, and you need to start believing it yourself, or you're just gonna do.
Also, I feel like we live life one time. Mm-hmm. Why not live it all the way? Experience everything. Experience all the big loves. Experience all the big passions. Not be so scared all the time.
Did it once. Did it? No.
But usually this is from a parental thing. If you look at psychology.
No, for sure. I did a psychoanalysis on last week, which is pretty crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, she was.
And?
We didn't really talk about this.
Any high notes?
We talked about how why women like to be choked.
Okay, why?
Because it's a subconscious rape fantasy that a lot of women have. And not rape fantasy in the sense that you guys want to be raped, but in the sense that a lot of you think about it, whether consciously or unconsciously, that it can happen. And so by having a guy do it and you being in control of it, you're mastering that fear and feeling powerful.
Okay, I have a completely different theory about that. Mm-hmm. Which is weird that you got that from your psychoanalysis. Okay. For me, it makes me pull my cervix up like higher. It makes me pull all of my parts in higher. And then I can feel a bigger orgasm.
Oh.
Like, because I'm up here. And like when you do that, I pull my pelvic floor up.
Well, maybe that's
for
some women also.
And then I have a huge orgasm
that's
that
tight.
way. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it really has nothing to do with my fears.
I hate doing it because I'm always like, I'm going to kill you by accident. Like, I get like very visibly scared.
It's not supposed to be like it's just supposed to be like.
For a second.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm like, I might trip.
I need to have video on this so
yes.
we can do like.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of lessons today.
I got really sad when I broke up when Catherine and I broke up. And then I remember I was like very sad for that. And then when my other girlfriend and I broke up, I was sad, but I like kind of mourned it in a different way and like got over it. But there hasn't been anything in my past where like both my parents are good parents.
Did they pick you up and hold you and like?
My mom was like ultra nurturing to a point where it's like, Jesus, like, God, I hope she doesn't hear this because like, I don't actually believe that. Like, I love how sweet she is, but it's like, that's all I need. Mm-hmm. Honestly, my mom is so loving and there for me that I'm like, I never needed another person to be ultra nurturing because I got that from my mom. Like my mom is, I mean, most mothers are, but my mom is obsessed with us in the best way.
Like
Loves
all
us.
of you? How many are there?
3.
Any girls?
No, all boys.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait till you had. If she had a girl, different story.
Yeah, maybe.
They don't like girls.
Yeah. Well,
Moms don't like their daughters.
Yeah. I know, dude. And I'm gonna have a daughter for her though, for sure. She's gonna like freaking.
They're like, okay with granddaughters.
She's gonna be like the grandma ever, and she's gonna totally
take over,
the disregard my authority and like get her shit.
Your poor wife, is gonna be like, get your fucking mom.
Dude, I know. That's why I'm also worried because I'm gonna have to be like, Mom, you gotta chill because insert wife's name is the mom, and like you know. I don't know her name, but my dad is fine with me. We were like, I mean, every son and father like has their issues, but he's a good dad. He's strict, but always did the best for us. Always loved us. Was always working. So I never had a bad relationship with relationships.
What are you in the birth order?
First.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are fucking up your first. You're supposed to be like perfect.
Dude, I know.
My sisters are PhD from MIT.
Dude, comedian and actor.
Yes.
And podcaster.
What?
And my younger brothers, identical twins in the Army, in the Special Forces. Oh. So like they saw what I did and they're like, well, let's make up for everything he did.
How can we actually live a life
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that is a pretty good representation of like what I am, and I'm trying to figure out how to get over it. And if I'm completely honest, I think like the biggest. I had 2 relationships this year where it was like 3 months, and it's like that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Started talking. I was like, oh, I like this person. She likes me, and then I was like, oh wait, I don't. Never mind. Gotta get out of this, and. One of them was long distance, so like that didn't work. There was the one most recently. If she had lived in New York, I would have tried it out. I was like, I felt myself kind of wanting to pull back, but I was willing to like push myself. But she didn't live here. She wasn't going to be here for a year, and I was like, I can't. I'm not doing long distance. Like this is not going to happen. And the girl before was good, but then something happened that was out of my control. Like it was an attraction thing that I can't, like you can't control that. And I just realized it like wasn't like really there anymore. So I was like, okay.
Like you weren't attracted to her anym's
Yeah.
Did she show up with like morning face or something?
No, here's the thing. Like, I really hope she doesn't listen to this because she's like very beautiful, honestly. And like also hot. And I just, for whatever reason, stopped being attracted to her, and I felt so bad about it because I was like, "The fuck is going on? Like, this isn't fair." And I've also had that done to me.
Avoidant attachment disorder, maybe.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, but this was just the thing. I wasn't like didn't want to fuck her anymore. But but everything before that has just been like seeing girls for a little bit and then like just normal dating. You know,
it's very funny that you like have all these issues, but yet you want to get married and have kids eventually.
Yeah.
Very,
because here's how I think. I'm like, eventually I'll find something that like makes sense, and perfectly works, and then I'll be good.
Perfectly works.
And, no, and this is not.
You shouldn't settle for anything less than perfect.
Well, I have high standards for myself, but I also think it's something where I go, oh, in the future, like career will feel better, so then I'll feel okay with settling down.
Well, with men, they're supposed to be providers, protectors, producers, right? So, and that's
I'm not
an ego
any
issue.
Of those.
Yes, and that's probably another reason why you don't feel sufficient enough to be in a relationship.
I can protect probably, but yeah, definitely not providing. For sure, not providing.
You got fired from a catering.
Yes, dude, exactly, and from a line job where I was just directing a line. Sure Boy is not providing, but I'm like, okay, gotta find out what to do. Yeah, I definitely have avoidant.
Maybe you should date Hannah Burner.
Maybe. Yeah. We talk about it every time we hang out. Like as a joke.
Disaster zones.
Oh yeah, we would fucking. She would convince me to be with her because her whole thing is that she likes to get a boyfriend for 6 months and then is done with it. She would get me over all my past shit. I would finally be like, I'm ready. I would get in, and then she would break my fucking heart in 5 months, and then I would hate women. Like, so there's no way.
Okay, so maybe not. Maybe not.
Definitely shouldn't do it.
Okay, so we've got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We're like half an hour over, which is great.
That's fun.
It was so funny. Where can we find you?
Oh my God, you broke my mind with that avoidant attachment shit. I'm going to
I'll
therapy
text
today.
it to your therapist.
I'm literally gonna tell it today. Hey, I think I'm this. Can we talk about it? Like, I don't know. Find me online, Dylan J. Palladino. We're All Psychos podcast. That's on Spotify, all the good stuff. But yeah, if you find me online on Instagram, everything's there.
Yes,
it's
and
a one-stop shop.
Pretty seriously, send us what your name is for your vag and your dicks.
Dude, I'm not kidding.
I want to know.
Because people also have names that just are like regional and you don't know about them. And then you hear them and you're like, that's such a good name. Add to our arsenal. Because you're actually helping us be better comedians, honestly.
So fun. All right. And follow the podcast at Happy Never After Podcast. Tweet this out. Share it. Do whatever you need to do. Rate, review.
Rate, review.
Yes, please.
If you haven't rated or reviewed, so I've been saying this a lot of podcasts that aren't mine. You're listening right now, and someone right now listening has not rated and reviewed. And I'm telling you right now, go to the podcast app.
Yes.
Scroll down. They make it so easy for you.
So easy.
Hit those 5 stars and then type in "This podcast is sick as hell." That's it. That's all you have to do. It takes literally the amount of time I just spoken. You could have done it. All right. Now do that shit. Sorry.
Yes. Thank you. And follow me directly. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.